Hey guys! Today I'm going to be doing a video that is really good for me because I need to follow everything that I'm talking about today. I am lazy. I have never been known as Maddie, the clean and organized person. However, I made the decision to have more of an organized lifestyle because it got to a point where I was super overwhelmed. So I kind of had to make that conscious decision, and today I'm going to be sharing those tips with you. It's January 2016 and this is the time of year where lots of people make goals and resolutions that they can't always keep, including organization. But today I'm going to share with you some of the tips that I have learned, so hopefully you can actually have an organized 2016. Now the title says how to organize your life, but your life has lots of different aspects, so that's kind of a long video. Today's video is going to be organization as far as time management goes, but if you want me to do one as far as like mental organization and space organization, then go ahead and give this video a thumbs up. Tip number 1, don't reset your alarm. Don't stop it. Don't you hit that snooze button. No. It's kind of obvious, you know, you set your alarm and then you wake up to the alarm. Well, I got into this routine where I was setting 2 alarms in the morning. If I wanted to get up at like 7:30, then I would set one for 7 o'clock and 7:30. Then I would know when I woke up the first time, I'd be like, okay, good, I still have 30 minutes to sleep. Well, the problem is when I wanted to change that and I wanted to get up on the first alarm, I would hear it. And while I'm still half asleep in the morning, my body's like, oh wait, I have another alarm set, so I can go ahead and just go back to sleep and then another one will come on. Until it doesn't. I wouldn't wake up because I would think that there would be another alarm coming, and there wasn't one. So I wake up naturally and it's like 11 o'clock and I missed my morning meetings. True story. 3 times. So go ahead and set the alarm for the time that you actually have to get up instead of setting it earlier or setting like 10 alarms, because I do that too. Pick a time, get up to it. It'll be hard to adapt to it first if you're used to a different routine, but once you get into it, it's gonna be so easy. Tip number 2, stay off of this first thing in the morning. Now I know if your alarm is on it, you kind of have to technically be on it, but after that, put it away. Whether you journal, whether you get an adult coloring book or pray, if you start your day off with this, getting on social media, yeah, it could be harmless, but sometimes you just automatically start comparing yourself to the celebrities that you're looking at on Instagram or other people's pictures that you see. It's just a very influential part of the day, and I've noticed that if I just take time for me in the morning before I get on my phone, I just have such a happier day. Tip number 3, do your hardest thing of the day first. It is very easy to procrastinate in the morning. Boy, do I know. Whether it's working out, cleaning your house, or doing laundry, or if you're still in school and it's a weekend, maybe doing your homework, anything that is tedious or something that you want to put off, don't do it. If you start your day off with the hardest thing of the day, the rest of the day is a breeze. Instead of living your day going, oh, I know that I have to do that later, so I'm like dreading the rest of the day, and then you're kind of miserable and have this big monkey on your back all day. You can just get it over with in the morning, and then the rest of the day you're like, I can do whatever I want. That was really hard for me to say, apparently. For me, one of the biggest things was working out. I love working out when I'm in the moment, but leading up to it, I just never want to get there. And I know now, if I put it off and don't do it in the morning, I probably won't do it later on because I'll either want to go out with my friends or have something to do later that night. So I've been trying my hardest to do it in the morning. If not, then I kind of just kick myself and make myself do it later. But when I do it in the morning, it's just so nice knowing that it's over with and I started my day off treating my body right and not have to worry about it the rest of the day. Tip number 4, and probably the most organizational thing, is to have a planner. And if you saw my latest favorites video, then you saw this, and I absolutely love this planner. I love rose gold. It's my favorite metal. I mean, I guess there's only like not that many to choose from, but rose gold is still my favorite. This is an Erin Condren planner. The front says, and so the adventure begins, in a beautiful like rose gold, and then the back is the same periwinkle color, and then it has rose gold detailing on it. And when it's aesthetically pretty, you just want to use it. And I like that it's laminated and it's not like a cloth or something, because if something accidentally spills on it, which it always does, because I'll either have this like while I'm drinking coffee or something and I'm just a klutz, so it gets on something, I don't have to worry about it staining, which is really nice. Sometimes we're all too quick to count down the days that we forget to make the days count. So true. It has the whole month, so you can go ahead and look at it like a calendar that you would normally buy, and it has all of the holidays in it and stuff, and then it has a nice little goals strip on the side. So if it's monthly goals that you have, maybe if it's like fitness challenges or anything like that, you can just write those in the goal section. And then weekly, they have vertical and horizontal planners, so you can either have your days going like from left to right or up and down. So I have the vertical one, and it has like the 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, you know which order numbers go in. With my career being music, my schedule requires lots of traveling, so I have a lot of addresses that I have to use and put in my planner, but I don't necessarily want to write every address down in my planner, because then it just becomes very wordy and doesn't look as great. So I still have to use my phone. So I use iCal. Well, it's so overwhelming, there's a dot on everything. So what I like to do with my planner is every Sunday, I go in and I write down everything that I have on my calendar on my phone, because this is the easiest thing, you know, when I'm just out and I have to schedule something, I can just plug it into my phone really fast so I don't forget it if I don't have my planner or something. And then every Sunday, I go into my planner and I write out what I have for the whole week. If I have an address that I need to go to, then I'll like write in, look at phone or look at iCal, and I know that that means I have the address in there. I like these planners because they don't necessarily have things labeled, but they have lots of spaces for you to label things. So at the top, I like to always say to do, and then sometimes I just have different things on the middle and the bottom one. I've been doing my workouts down here. I have goals over here, and those are weekly goals as opposed to monthly goals like on the other one. So if they're just shorter term, then I'll write those down in there. I have a bunch of different pens that I like to use. I like these from Erin Condren that are more muted colors. I use neon like I did on this week, and it's just nice to get to kind of be creative, because I am not good at art or drawing or painting, but you can use like colored pens and it kind of feels like it's art if you make it that way. Having an actual planner helps keep my mind organized, because I'm able to prepare before the week as opposed to just seeing a dot on every week, because then I'm like, oh great, I'm busy every day. But this is laid out and it might only be a couple things on one day and super packed the other day. Whereas your phone, you just see a dot. These planners have so many different styles and designs, and you can get this exact one, or they have some that have silver and gold and you can get your name engraved on it, different designs. It's so cool. And if you want to get one of these, I have a code where you can get $10 off. So I will put that in the description box. So the last tip that I have for you is kind of more general, and it is just to set goals and stick to them, which means set realistic goals, both short-term and long-term. If you set such high expectations on yourself and it's not realistic, then gosh, you just live feeling like you failed at your resolution and you're not good enough and all these things. So I would say set small goals, and like the planner has, it has weekly goals and it has monthly goals, and you can even go in and it has a whole year section. Setting smaller goals doesn't mean you aren't going to work hard enough. It just means that you know your level and know what you can do, and if you can accomplish that, it's just going to encourage you to want to accomplish an even bigger one and then an even bigger one. So it's always good to start small and work your way up instead of shooting really high and failing and feeling bad about yourself. So that is all for my organization and time management tips. There's a peace that I get when I'm organized, and these tips have helped me, so I hope they have been able to help you. Trust me, if I can do it, I promise you can do it. And if you have any other tips that I haven't mentioned that have really helped you, please tell me in the comments, because I clearly need all the help I can get. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will talk to you very soon. Bye!